Hello, welcome to Card Minds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Virgo weekly money and career reading for February 28th to March 5th, 2023. Virgo, welcome, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week, February 28th to March 5th, 2023. Virgo. The Strength card, 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and King of Pentacles. Interesting. You're suddenly deciding to move forward on something, and I say suddenly because you have, the 8 of Wands, something you've worked on. You're working hard at this. You're always working hard at something, Virgo. It seems like you've been working hard on a project or on an idea, shifting back and forth, or you have your own business or you have your job, but you're always working on something else. You're always working to move forward and to open up to wider perspective with this 3 of Wands. So either you're moving up in a job, if you are in a company, maybe you're getting a promotion, maybe you're taking on more responsibility, suddenly taking on more responsibility, so it's more stress or more work. And so because you have the strength, the strength is about the stamina to overcome whatever's coming in, the stamina to solve the problems, to overcome the obstacles, because it seems like it's all of a sudden it's moving forward. But you are remaining in a progressive energy, step by step, methodical, right? You're not all over the place, even though it's fast moving forward, right? The shift is quick. You're remaining calm no matter what. You're doing the job, you're preparing, you're making sure you have everything organized. Not surprising, Virgo, that is the way you operate. Very sort of a perfectionist. Okay, and you're not tolerating anybody else that is not in that same energy, right? You don't want to deal with anything or anybody that's not in that same focused. It's like focus, focus, focus. We will jump every obstacle along the way. We have to think, it's almost like we have to think international. We have to think wider perspective. We have to think searching around the world what ideas we can get to develop this business, or to gain more experience in a job, or to get a job with more, an international job or something like that. You are wanting to open up to the world, maybe travel the world, maybe you want to discover other countries, or negotiating business with other countries, something like that. But you're very specific in your approach, very prepared in your approach. And it's not, the shift is fast, but you are not, making decisions on the top of your head. It's very much matured and methodic, because you're not going to tolerate anything less. 4 of Cups. If there are offers coming your way or discussions coming your way that are not in this specific vibe, pass. You're not dealing with them. You don't want to deal with them. And you're channeling your energies really well. You might be dealing with a water sign, Virgo. You might be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in your job, in your business, in this project or whatever you're working on. Okay, King and Queen. So there's definitely emotion there. If it's not emotion, you have water signs around you you're working with, and you're sensitive to people around you. You're listening to people around you, even though you don't want to discuss too much. That's the way I feel. I feel you don't want to discuss. It's just get the job done, right? Enough talking. Let's get into action. Let's make this happen. It might not be easy. Yes, it might not be easy, but we need to get the job done. We need to be moving forward on this project. We need to be maybe traveling to collect information, check things out, whatever it is. You're channeling a lot of emotion, but you're getting the job done. And the tower keeps coming up in all these readings. It's really, the shift in, yet again, Virgo, another way of working, another way of seeing things. And I guess you're focusing again on creating something. There we go. Growing another idea, growing another business. Wow, Virgo, I feel like every time I read for Virgo, you're thinking of a new idea. You're developing a new idea. You want to start a new business, or you want to start a new project, right? It's really pushing forward constantly on a new idea, because you're never satisfied unless it's perfect, or you're never satisfied unless, it's the way you think it should be, which is perfection, right? You are a very hard worker, but at the same time, you are a doer, a fixer, someone there for others, someone willing to go all in on a project, go all in on a business. And here you are, yet again, growing something different. And with the Empress is about a period of growth, which is something that you have worked on already, something that you have planted, right? Maybe you've worked on for a while, or maybe the past couple of years, or even pre-world situation, you are sort of bringing things together yet again on another project, shifting, moving, creating more, continuing to build on this energy, continuing to create even more in your life, even more. So let's say you started a business, and I feel like you've started multiple businesses, but if you haven't started any businesses, it doesn't have to be that, but you are doing multiple jobs, multiple ideas, multiple, projects on the burner. I feel like you always have multiple projects on your burner that you're working on, alone, with others, creative, making things happen. And I think that, you're creating even more. So allow yourself the time and space to enter that different frame of mind, ground yourself, ground your energy. This is vital for your well-being and your growth, because shifting, moving more and more and more, right? It's wonderful, but just make sure you ground yourself, because the tower is yet again shifting, moving, unexpectedly, maybe, moving into a different territory, working with different people on a different job. And the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles is just there to say, well, wait a second. I don't agree on going that way, or I don't agree on going that fast, because you have the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, and that's you. Slowly and steady, you are planning things out. You want a business plan. You want to make sure the finances are okay. You want to make sure the logistics are okay. And you want to make sure this idea is developed in your way, right? Turning this into reality, but not in a rush. And I feel like maybe some people, they're water signs. There doesn't have to be water sign, but if there are other people here with emotional energies that want to push this forward. So you're rebuilding, and you're well aware with what is going on. You're well aware with your inner guidance, what you want, your intuition, your idea, right? It's a moment of revelation, but it's also the opportunity to break free from what you don't want, or break free from the people you don't want, or break free from those old ways where it's my way or the highway. That puts things differently, right? Transforming. It's sort of, it's becoming a challenge. It's becoming a make or break situation, and you don't want that. You want slow and steady, persevering, slow and steady. You don't want the rush, rush, rush. Interesting. All right, let's pull some more cards, because I'm interested in why are you disappointed here? Why you're frustrated? I think, but I don't think you're frustrated because it's not going fast enough. I think you're frustrated because other people are not doing it the way you want them to do it. Or, you know, if you're in a position in a job, you don't understand why how other people are working, or why they're making those decisions, or why this is done that way, because you don't get it. And you don't get why money is spent that way, or why they're not giving you all the information, or something like that. Yes. And then you, okay, but so then it's time to move on. If this is something, because there's conflict there on what, where, how we're doing this. Maybe you have a team of people, maybe you're partnered up, maybe you're on a group of people working in a job, in a company, maybe it's your own business. It can be anyone. The obstacles there are other people's energies and the way they are working, the way they are seeing things, or their philosophy, or their way of making decisions. Time to move on. Time to move on, Virgo, on this magician. I think this is the way it feels like. It feels like you're growing something. You're making something happen. You're turning an idea into reality. Whether it's your business or working in a company, doesn't, you know, it will be different for each and every one of you. You're working on, and it can be very creative. It doesn't have to be artistic, but it's very creative. It demands a lot of creative energy. It demands a lot of logistics. Oh, I'm seeing like it's almost like a Cirque du Soleil, or wow, or, you know, you're on the road with a show, or you're on the road. It can be theater, or, you know, but it feels like, oh, okay, that maybe that's just for one person. All of a sudden, I'm seeing like acrobats and people in the air, and, you know, on trapezes and movements and all that. Beautiful, beautiful aesthetically. Maybe that's just for one person. Comment down below if you're doing that, right? But back to this. This is just, the Empress is understanding, calmly, serenely, understanding how to make things happen, understanding who's around and how you can transform things. But it's also appreciating the beauty of this, you know, creativity, and growing into that, right? But you also have the Magician. So between the Empress and the Magician, you're in that period of growth where everything's sort of coming to fruition, and you can continue to build upon that. And then it's really establishing your vision, your clear vision on what you want to create before you act, right? Well, that's what the Magician is all about. And I think that's what you're fighting, or that's where the conflict arises, is that you want to make sure that it's not enough to be motivated, right, with all these people involved. And it's not about status, or it's not about ego. It's about, you know, you have to have, for this Magician, for this to happen, if you're manifesting a job, or a situation, or a goal, or, you know, a business, or money, or whatever it is, it's about finding that soul connection to your goals. And you're all about that, Virgo. You're all about that. You know there are obstacles. You know you're going to have to figure things out along the way. But you have that soul connection to what it is you're making happen. It's creative. It's abundant. It's aesthetic. It's beautiful. And you want it beautiful. And you want it to remain artistic and beautiful. And those aesthetics are very important for you. So set your goals, set your intentions, and I think you have, right? You're a creative being. This is your opportunity to bring your higher self in alignment with your day-to-day actions to create the future you really want most. So when you're clear on your action about, what, why, where, right? The magician calls upon you to take inspired action. So focus on that. Be methodical, you are, and just stay in touch and stay on track and carry out. I think that you are in disagreement with other people that have other objectives or other ideas, or not working the same way, or maybe don't have the same talent that you have, or maybe don't have the same creativity or the same vision you have. And, that is what is the... that's where the disconnect is. That's where the conflict is, because you don't understand what they're doing there, or you don't understand why they're on this project or on this job or on this business, because they're not talented enough. Wow. Okay. All right. Comment down below, Virgo. Let me know what this is all about. Let me know where you stand on your path. That is how I find, my energies to push forward in these readings, when you share your energies. So please share your energies and let me know where you stand on your path, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, Virgo. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Let's see if we have a couple more messages. Ooh, lots of cards coming out. I don't know if I'm taking all these. These are too many. All right, let's see what is going on in the second deck. Sorry about that. All right. What do we have here? So we have Three of Wands again. Yes, expanding. More responsibility. I think you could also be stepping up in this project, business, job, company, on a project, and that, all of a sudden maybe you're bossing up and you're the manager, or you're calling the shots, and there are people around you that are not pulling their weight, something like that. That's the way it feels. It feels like you're with people that, for you, they don't have talent. And I'm not saying this in a condescending way. It's just, that's what I feel. So take a break, take a breather, right? Meditate, just take a time out when things are getting a little overheated. Just take a time out, and whatever works for you. Yoga or meditation, or hit the gym, or run, or sing, dance, read a book, listen to music, whatever it is. Take a moment to breathe and calm your energies, so then you can have a clear mind when you come back in and have your input in this situation. Yes, because it's different. Again, this Hangman has come up over and over and over again. It's a different perspective. Now, you might be working with people that don't see it the same way you do, right? If you're the manager, if you call the shots, if this is your business, your project, your idea, your baby, then you are, it might be interesting to assess and check out and just listen to what people have to say, because it's a different situation that's arising, right? And so I think it might be different than what you expected yet again. So maybe it's a different team. Maybe there are different finances and different people, and they see it, and they see a different perspective. So just take time out of your routine to connect with a new way of seeing, or to connect with new people, or to connect with, a new reality, and see where it goes. Allow it to come in, right? Because it's emerging and it's new. And here you have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is about understanding, but also trusting reliable sources, signing contracts, maybe even going back to school or taking a few classes or mentorship, or maybe you're mentoring others. But it's most of all trusting people, trusting sources. So maybe you're going back to sources that you relied upon before and bringing them in, because you're not trusting these people and you trust the people you were working with before, and you're bringing them on your team if you're decision maker, right? Or maybe people are signing contracts and making things official with a new, that's the way it feels, with new energy, new people. And maybe you're like, okay, I got this, but I want to make sure everybody is doing the job right. Wow. It feels very animate, very, I need everybody on board to do a perfect job or nothing. Virgo. That's the way it feels. And, you know, maybe not, might not be you, but that's the way it feels. All right, let's see if there are a couple more cards that want to come out in this deck. Virgo, weekly, money and career, February 28th to March 5th, 2023. There's always lots of cards. All right. Yes, stuck in that energy, disappointed, or thinking that there's only one way out or only one way to do it. That's the way it is. With the Five of Swords, the ego, the ego situations. I know, I have the experience. And it doesn't have to be you, Virgo. It doesn't mean it's you. It just means that, you're stuck with a bunch of people, if it's not you, that, it's sort of my way or the highway. Stubborn, and we've done this before. We have the experience. We know how to do it. Let us do it. And you're like, not really, not really. I had the vision. I've been working on this really, really hard for a long time. I don't want to rush this because you think it's time to, pull it all together, to wrap it up. Interesting. Yes. And here we have the Nine of Cups. Not surprising. It's your idea, your dream, your thing that you want to make happen. You don't want people coming in, barging in, reshuffling the cards and telling you like it is while you did all the hard work. And you don't want them to coming in at the last minute telling you what to do. Very interesting. There's an offer there. So there's probably, that's the way it feels. It feels like you're on this project. So if this is your business and there are people investing maybe in your business, or there are people, or this is, you're managing this, this team, or managing this project, or managing this idea, whatever it is, there are other people that are sort of coming in, offering you money, or there's new finances coming in, and they're sort of, they want to reshuffle the cards, and you're not having that. Money coming in, structuring up. It's your idea. Take a time out. You want bigger and better, but you have to also, if you want to work with these people, or if you need to work with these people, because it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like you're leaving, or if you are, it just feels like it's your project. Right? So if you're not working with those people, you're working with other people that are implementing finances to make it happen. That's the way it feels. Interesting, Virgo. Wow. What are you going to do? What are you going to it feels like you're right now, you're frustrated, but there's still money involved, and there's a structure there, and this is your idea. This is what you want to do, and you're not backing down. You're really working hard on this. All right. Just make sure that, this is, that you don't let this ego or this situation overpower you, right? And that's the strength. Just keep your control, keep your stamina going, right? The stamina of the strength, just knowing that you have the ability to overcome all obstacles. It's all about knowing that you got this, right? That you have persistence and balance and patience to make this happen. That inner calm that you have to, be committed on what you need to do, and do it in a way that shows composure and maturity. So you're reaching that state of, like, sort of higher awareness by learning to express your emotions, to express your raw emotions constructively, because I feel like all this is really getting on your nerves. So make sure you let go, of that fear and ego, and you just discover to try to channel your power in a calm demeanor. Channel your power. Channel your frustrations, Virgo. And I was just thinking about this, Virgo, every reading, this is your message for the road. Every reading, I believe, almost, 95% of your readings have the sun. That's how beautiful you are, Virgo. It's the radiating your positivity. Even though it's frustrating, you still know how to show love, show your enthusiasm and your positive vibrations in this situation, because you remain enthusiastic, right? The sun is all about fun, warmth, success, vitality, right? It's all about that. And it's always so, it just represents abundance. And it just gives you that strength, right? When things happen like this, and it might be just an obstacle or, disagreements, people that are not on the same page, that's okay. That happens, right? You bring in your positive energy, and that's going to follow you through. That's going to just bring joy and happiness. And people are usually drawn to you because you're always seeing the bright side, or you're bringing warmth to them, or you're finding solutions, or you're there for them, right? It's that beautiful, warm energy that gets you through these difficult times and helps you succeed, helps you move towards this beautiful sun, abundance and success. And I think that you're also in a position where you can share your beautiful qualities, your highest qualities, your achievements, your talent with others. And so that is why you're here, for your talent. And that's probably why I said in the beginning, well, you're frustrated because maybe others don't have the same talent you have. And so radiate what you stand for, right? Shine your love, shine your life to those you care about. And in difficult times, really, the sun brings you that, you're the message that, that you've been waiting for, that things are just going to get better and better through the challenges. And along your path, you really are discovering who you are, what your purpose is in life. And now, and after that, you can be full of energy, and that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to work out. And look at this, you have the Fool. Because it's a new adventure. Yet again, another adventure for you, Virgo. You are always starting a new adventure. You are always excited to start a new adventure. But you also like everybody to be on the same page, and then you get a little disappointed. But that's okay. That's okay. That's the challenge. That's the obstacle. Push through and show everybody how beautiful you are. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did, Virgo. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and every one for sharing your journeys, for sharing your energies. That is how I push forward in my readings. So please comment down below or put a heart down below to push this channel forward in those energies. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, Virgo. Take care.